Hey you guys, it's Vijaya back at you with another video, and in this one I'm going to show you how to make chili cheese paratha. Paratha is an Indian flatbread and I like to take mine to the next level by stuffing it, and today I'm inspired by chili cheese toast, which is a really popular North Indian street food. I actually have a recipe for it in my channel, and we're going to take the flavors of the chili cheese toast and stuff it in the paratha and cook it up, and as the paratha cooks up, the cheese in the middle melts down, it gets familiar with all like the cut onions and chilies and stuff. It's gonna be so good. But before we get started, don't forget to hit me up on the gram. That's where you can stay in touch with me and get to know me a little bit better. And of course, if you're looking for the full recipe, just click that info box down below and everything you need is there. Let's make some Indian flatbread. We're gonna start by making the dough for the paratha, which is super simple. You can make this by hand, but today I have a handy dandy stand mixer, which makes the job all the more easy. And we're gonna drop in our ingredients one by one, starting off with some all-purpose flour, some whole wheat flour, a touch of salt, and some canola oil. I'm gonna mix these all up until they're nice and incorporated and are sort of creamy in texture. Next up, I'm gonna stream in a little bit of water until a sticky but firm dough forms. While our dough is resting, let's talk about cheese. There are two different types of cheese that are gonna go into this paratha. First, I have pizza mozzarella, the nice stretchy gooey stuff, and then for flavor, I'm adding some old cheddar. Now you don't have to go for really expensive cheeses, just go for that $4 block at your grocery store, girl. That's good enough. Trust me, this combination of cheeses is gonna be delicious and you don't have to go all out. So into this bowl they go. Next up, I'm gonna finely dice a little bit of red onion, and that's gonna add some crunch as well as some sweetness. So chili cheese toast gets its names from the chilies. I'm using some Thai green chilies today, and you can use as few or as many as you like. I feel like 3 gives you about a medium spicy level, and we're gonna chop these up fine. And now some fresh chopped coriander, because what is an Indian dish without coriander? If you find the flavor of coriander to be soapy, you can leave it out and substitute with mint instead. And now I'm gonna season up with just a touch of earthy cumin and a big pinch of salt. And now we're gonna toss everything until it's well combined. My dough has rested for a good 15 minutes, which has made it really soft and pliable. When I push on it, it barely springs back, which means it's gonna be super easy to stretch out. And I'm just gonna take it out of this bowl. Ooh, I love that sound. And I'm gonna flour my board with just a little bit of bench flour. So you can use whole wheat or all-purpose, it really doesn't matter. It just helps prevent things from sticking, okay? Now we wanna portion our dough out into little golf ball size rounds. So I have my handy dandy bench scraper here. If you don't have one of these, you need this in your life. It helps with everything, scooping up vegetables, cleaning your cutting board, cutting pastry, cutting butter into pastry. You gotta have one of these. One of my best friends. And I'm just gonna start portioning it out. So you get 8 cute little rounds like this when you're making this recipe, so keep that in mind. And as you could tell, I tucked the dough underneath so that we have a nice smooth top. And now I'm just gonna gently roll it out. So this is the first phase, because you want to make enough space to stuff the cheese, okay? So roll it out to make a nice little pocket. You can use your hands to stretch a little as well. And as you can tell, this is the not so pretty side. That's going to be the inside. That's what's going to touch the cheese filling. And this looks great to me. Now we're gonna take a little bit of that cheese filling, stuff it in the middle. Okay, I'm being a little generous here. You don't want it to sort of like peek out through the sides because you really want it to be stuffed. And I'm gonna pinch the dough over the stuffing into a little package like this. All right, so I'm gonna flour my surface again. We have these little pockets of cheese and dough, and they're not just gonna stay like this, we're gonna roll them out. So I'm gonna flip this over, and we're gonna give them a nice roll. And as you're rolling, you wanna be really gentle because you don't want that cheese filling to spill out, okay? So these are gonna be about, I would say, 8 inches in diameter. And take your time. As you can tell, there's like a little pocket of air that's forming, that's okay. But the thinner you get them, the more delicate they're gonna be. So go with the flow. So this is the first one done. This is the bottom side. This is the top. As you can tell, there are a bit of onion and chili peeking through, but that's okay. And we're gonna continue rolling out the others. Do you know the Muffin Man? Because right now I feel like the paratha lady. So I have my rolled out parathas here on a baking sheet. We're gonna go hit the stove. I have a pan that's going at about medium heat. We're gonna put them in the pan with no oil, no butter, no ghee whatsoever. And we're gonna cook them until they're nice and golden brown on each side and gooey in the middle. Let's do it. I'm just gonna lay the paratha into the pan, base of the paratha first, the thicker side, and we're gonna let it cook up for about a couple of minutes on each side until it's nice and toasty and golden and all of the cheese is melted in the middle. So you see how it's nice and puffy around the edges? That's how you know it's ready to flip. And look at that, amazing. So all the oil that we put in the dough, that's what's resulting in all these little golden bits. Another 2 minutes. All right, you guys, this is what it looks like when it's done. So incredible. These are showstoppers. And if you thought it ended here, think again. I have a handy dandy block of butter because this is how you do it, okay? If you take a little bowl and you're popping it into your microwave and like waiting for it to melt, no, that's not how you do it in an Indian household. So you get a block of butter like this, you peel some of it off, and then you just go to town. And you just smear both sides of the paratha until they're glistening. Glistening is the key word. And that butteriness paired with the spice and the cheesiness is so good. This guy has my name written all over him. Let's tear in. Oh my goodness. Let's give it a taste. So gosh darn delicious, okay? This makes me so happy. I mean, like bread with cheese and butter and chili. Man, this is what I'm gonna say. Chili cheese paratha is dangerous. It is so tasty. The dough, the exterior is so like chewy but tender at the same time. And then that combination of cheeses paired with that earthy cumin, that little kick from the chili, the coriander, and those crunchy onions is such a combo. If you're new to Indian food, if you're new to making any type of bread, this is the one to try because there's no leaveners in it. It's so easy to make, and I mean, the results are incredible. I hope you guys enjoyed this chili cheese paratha video. If you did, feel free to give me a big ol' thumbs up. You know how that makes me feel. If you're new to the channel, thank you so much for joining me. Please subscribe for more videos. And as always, if you have a question, concern, comment, or anything that you want to get off of your mind, leave it in the comments box down below. Until my next video, I will see you all later. Bye.